Look at James and I. We have some things in common, like we are both nice, cool, fun, and old. But when you look at us, we are more different than we are alike. I mean, when we compare things such as height, size, looks, and other traits, James and I are very different. I mean, he's so much weirder than I am. Hey, it's Lindsay here, and welcome to a new episode of Bite Size English, your daily bite of English. In today's episode, we're going to learn about comparative adjectives, what they are, when we use them, and the rules associated with this grammar. Let's go. An adjective is a part of speech which gives us information and descriptions about nouns. In these sentences, which word is the adjective? Yes, easy, small, and beautiful. These adjectives give us a description of the nouns they're modifying: English, Percy, and Toronto. Notice how the adjective gives extra information about those nouns. They tell us something about them. We can also use adjectives when we want to compare two nouns, and these will be comparative adjectives. Before you continue, brainstorm as many adjectives as you can and write them down. If you need inspiration, go back to the start and write down adjectives that would describe James and I. But be nice. To form comparatives, you need to know what syllables are. Syllables are parts of a word that contain a sound and have a vowel in it. Syllables can be considered the beat of a word. To count syllables, you count the vowel sounds in a word. What are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Count the syllables of the adjectives in the three previous examples. Remember, you count the vowel sounds, not the number of vowels in the word. Small has one vowel and one vowel sound, which means it's one syllable. Easy, two syllables. Beautiful has 5 vowels, but does it have 5 syllables? No. Beautiful has 3 syllables. Let's get to the rules. First, we'll begin with one-syllable adjectives. Remember, James and I from the beginning. Time to compare. Here are some one-syllable adjectives to compare us: tall, short, and cool. James is taller than Lindsay. Lindsay is smaller than James. James might be cooler than Lindsay. What was added to the end of the adjectives? ER. With one-syllable adjectives, you add an ER to the end of the adjectives. Let's try a few more. Big, bigger. Short, shorter. Nice, nicer. So what happens if there are 2 or more syllables? Like the word beautiful. You're going to add more or less in front of the adjective, like this. Toronto is less expensive than New York. Chinese is more difficult than English. Notice the adjective stays the same. Can you think of more adjectives with 2 or more syllables? Write them down for practice. Adjectives that end in Y have their own rule. Here are some examples: pretty, happy, easy, and heavy. How many syllables do these adjectives have? They all have 2. But do you think this is right? English is more easy than Chinese? Wrong. Yes, these are 2 syllables, but adjectives ending in Y remove the Y and add IER to the end of the adjectives. Let's try. Pretty, prettier. Happy, happier. Easy, easier. Heavy, heavier. Now, let's go back and correct the example. English is easier than Chinese. There are a couple important irregular comparatives you need to know. Good and bad. These are irregular because they don't follow any of the previous rules. You just have to memorize them. How many syllables are they? That's right, 1. But you would never hear a native speaker say gooder or badder. Those aren't real words. We use better and worse. YouTube is better than Netflix. Winter is worse than summer. Well, that's all we've got for today. A good way to practice comparatives is using topics like 2 cities, 2 seasons, or 2 books and movies, and compare them on your own. Watch the episode again and write down the rules and transform the adjectives that you brainstormed into comparatives. Like always, if you like us, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss an episode. And hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video and learned something new. We have social media too. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you want classes, we have them. For more information, visit the website bitesizeenglish.com. See you next week. Bye.